Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a book haul. This is kind of like a collective January, February, even though I only bought one book or got one book in the month of January, book haul. I have 5 books here to show you. I only have 4 of them because one of them I've already read and I've taken home and I don't have with me. And I'm very excited to talk about all of them because all of them I'm very excited about. So without further ado, let's jump in. So the only book that I bought or got or just hauled in the month of January was A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer. This is a sequel to A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. I read A Curse So Dark and Lonely and I have a vlog for it, go check it out, link in the description. I read that in December. This one was coming out at the beginning of January, so I bought it when it came out and I haven't read it yet and I do need to, I just need the time to get around to it. I do love these books and these covers, like you've got the shiny, you know, you can't really see it, look at that shine. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling series and it follows our main character Harper, who kind of gets taken to this different world where she kind of has to become this prince's kind of lady, if you know what I mean. It's Beauty and the Beast retelling. This book, I have heard, follows different perspectives. We follow more Gray's perspective, who's kind of the prince's kind of second-hand man sort of thing, who was my favourite character in the first book. So I'm very excited to get more perspective from him because I really enjoy reading from him. And obviously we still get Harper's perspective, but I think we get less of Prince Ren's perspective. So I will, at some point in my life, at some point in the time, get round to reading this. I need the time. I've got a lot of books that I've prioritised recently, so I will get round to this soon. The next book that I picked up is the one that I don't have with me, and I bought this one and the next one I'll talk about. I bought those two together on the same day. Right at the beginning of February, I went to London with my mum and we went to Gaze the Words because I've always wanted to go and I was so happy I did. It was so great. I had a book in mind I wanted to pick up, which is the book I did pick up, the one I'll talk about in a sec. But when I was there, I saw a book that it was out in about a week and I was so like, I have to get this because I'm gonna get it anyway, and that is Heartstopper Volume 3. Honestly, when I saw it, my mum was just there like browsing. She was like, what's so special about this bookstore? And I was like, no, you'll know when you see it. So we walked up and she saw it. She was like, oh right. I was like, yes. So my mum was just browsing and then I just saw this and I was like, oh my god, I have to get it. I felt so honoured to be able to get it and I get my hands on it early. I've already read it. I read it the day after I got it on the 2nd of February and it was so great. I do talk about it more in my January wrap up. I meant my February wrap up. It was just so brilliant. It was just as good as the first two. If you don't know what Heartstopper is, it is a graphic novel series. It started off as webcomics and now it's been published. It's by Alice Oseman, who wrote books like Radio Silence and I Was Born for This and Solitaire. It follows these 2 boys. One of them's out, one of them thinks he's straight, and they become friends and then they become more than that, and it's just so great and it deals with so much and it's just so brilliant and we love it. The third one was just as good. It was so hard-hitting but so beautiful and so cute and I loved it, and I'm so glad that I got it early. I will keep going on about the fact that I got it early. And the other book that I picked up when I was there, the one that I wanted to hopefully pick up when I was there, it is the American paperback, so I don't think there's a British paperback. If there is, they didn't have it, and that is Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I finally have it and I'm finally excited and I can read it. I'm thinking this might be the next book I read because I've been trying to not put it off, but I'm trying to fit it in a time where I know I can vlog reading this. Obviously we all know this book because it is like one of the most popular books on BookTube at the moment for the past year. I'm so nervous to read it because of the hype, but so excited, and it's bigger than I thought it would be, and I just love how floppy she is. So this book follows a time when a female won the presidential elections, and it follows the first son of America and Prince of Wales, I think it's meant to be. It follows them as, obviously they're coming together for some sort of like UK-US thing, and they are seen in the public eye and by the paparazzi catch them having like a bit of a fallout, and they kind of have to be forced together to make it look like they don't hate each other, but they might hate each other, but that might change. It's some gay hate to love romance. Obviously everyone's hyping it up. Also, I'm nervous because I've heard a few British booktubers say how the representation of the British family is a bit unrealistic and isn't true. I'm not necessarily a royal family stan, like I only stan the women, but as a Queen Elizabeth stan, as someone who would die for that woman, I'm gonna be a bit skeptical. I'm just excited to have it and I'm very excited to read it. The next 2 books I picked up in a charity shop when I was at home in Brighton. One of the books I picked up was If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. I saw this and I was like, this is hype, this is popular on YouTube or BookTube, I'm gonna pick it up, and I've heard really good things. I didn't really know too much about it, but when I read the back, I was like, honey, yes, I need to read this. So I'm just gonna read the back, because the back is what sold me.
Oliver Marks has just served 10 years for a murder he may or may not have committed. On the day of his release, he is greeted by the detective who put him in prison. Detective Colborne is retiring, and he wants to know what really happened a decade before. As a young actor at an elite conservatory, Oliver noticed that his talented classmates seemed to play the characters on stage and off, villain, hero, temptress, though he was always a supporting role. But when the teachers changed the casting, a good-natured rivalry turns ugly, and the play spills dangerously over into real life. When tragedy strikes, one of the 7 friends is found dead. The rest face their greatest acting challenge yet, convincing the police and themselves that they are blameless.
So it's a murder mystery meets like Shakespeare meets acting, and I did drama A-level. I'm a film student. I love acting and I love, you know, plays and stuff like that, and then when it's mixed with murder mystery, give it to me now! Someone says that, like Donna Tartt's A Secret History, M.L. Rio's sparkling debut is a richly layered story of love, friendship and obsession, and I've heard so much good things about A Secret History. I know that Meg over on Meg with Books loves it, and that is a kind of a mix of like dark academia sort of stuff, and I think this is the vibe it's going for. And I love this cover, I really do. It's very simple. I like how you got the indentations of just like loads of spirals, and you've got a dead bird. Love that. I am very, very excited to at some point pick this up, and I just feel like I'm gonna get so enthralled and so engaged with it. And the final book that I have to show you is, I picked it up at the same time I picked up If We Were Villains, is one that I've been meaning to get my hands on and to read. This is the first book I would have read by this author, who's a very, very popular book author on BookTube, and I saw it in the charity shop and I honestly nearly screamed. It is a hardcover. It's a hardcover of a very, very popular book, and I got it for £1.50, and I'm honestly still like, I can't believe I have it in my hands right here. Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Do you see this? I still can't.
If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, like, I honestly feel bad for you. Like, I cannot explain it. Like, I don't have the vocabulary to sit here and explain, like, either you get the vibe or you don't get the vibe.
I still can't believe I have my hands on this, especially a hardcover. I've been wanting to pick this up for ages, but I'm not somebody who, when a book is really popular, will automatically go and pick it up, because I just don't have the money to do that for all the books that people are talking about. So I only really will pick them up if I like desperately need it, or if it's gifted to me, or, you know, I have the time to just throw some money out to some books. If you don't know this book, you're obviously new to BookTube, because everyone and their mother has been raving and talking about this book. This is a historical kind of fiction book, and it centers around a band from the 70s. It's kind of like a Fleetwood Mac sort of band, and they have this like they're crazy popular, and they have this like crazy massive one-hit album sort of thing, and then they break up. And this book kind of follows them. I don't know if it follows them in like present day through interview format of them trying to tell their story and kind of find out why they broke up. I'm just so happy, because it's my first Taylor Jenkins Reid book, and I'm just very, very excited that I have it, and I'm just still like, oh my god. I love the inside. I haven't actually taken the dust jacket off. Okay, it's just simple with, but I love the cover. I love the kind of, especially on the back, just the sunsetty colours. Oh, I don't know if that is Taylor Jenkins Reid's signature. If it is, oh, why did someone get rid of it? Did they not like it or something? Oh wow, is that Taylor Jenkins Reid? I'm gonna have to look that up. Hold on, where's my phone? Even though this is like the one nickname that I do not like for myself, it's signed to Lottie, which is obviously short for Charlotte. So I'm just gonna pretend that Taylor Jenkins Reid, if this is a Taylor Jenkins Reid's signature, I'm just gonna pretend that it was written for me. This makes it even more better. I'm so excited to read this. She's so pretty, I love it. So those are all the books that I got in the past couple of months. It's not a lot, and I'm kind of happy, because it means that you know, I'm not, my physical TBR isn't skyrocketing. I'm really, really happy with all the books I've hauled. I feel like A Heart So Fierce and Broken is the one that I'm least like, oh my god about, because I would have probably picked it up by now if I, you know. It wasn't like I incredibly was madly in love with A Curse So Dark and Lonely, so that's probably why I'm like, oh, it's cool, I've got it, you know. It's not like crazy, like I need to read it now, but I am excited to read it when I do. But the other 3 or 4, including Heartstopper, I'm so happy that I have, and I'm just like, it's just made me feel so much happier. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books and your thoughts on them, or any books that you have bought in the past couple of months or recently. If you're new around here, do not forget to subscribe, like, turn my notification bell to know when I upload. All my social media links are down in the description below so we can have chats on all the Twitters and all that. With that all said and done, I will see you in my next video.